What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Seth the Line Surgeon. And you already know what time it is. Tipsy Talk. I just got back from Lowe's. As y'all can see, I finally, I can't see it. Oh, there we go. I finally got a chance to clean out this back part of my shed. And that's the workbench top I put together. I'm gonna do a shed update so y'all can see where I got that workbench from. But y'all see it coming. It'll be coming in a while. The sun got it kind of awkward, but anyways, well, I wanted to continue to talk about I was talking in the other video about shirts and signage. And like I said, this video is for new guys, people who are starting this year, or they started last year and going into your second year, people who can't afford to get shirts or whatever. But if you have shirts already, I'm not saying that you're doing it wrong. I'm not saying that you need to stop wearing your shirts. If you got shirts, you got shirts. If you can afford shirts, you can afford shirts. This is just my perspective of when I started my business and how I thought, because I'm a very logical thinker. So, this is how I thought about it. Now, if y'all notice in my videos, whenever I go to do a job, I am wearing a red hat, red shirt, black dicky pants, and black boots. And the reason I do that is that's my uniform. That's, people ask me, some people ask me, why do I always wear the same thing? And then other people ask me, why don't I have custom shirts? And the reason is because when I first started off, I got a quote for some custom shirts, and I'm like, I don't be running through shirts like, at least 5 shirts a week, if I'm cutting 5 days a week or whatever. So for me to pay for 5 shirts, to get 5 shirts made, and to get, and to have to wash it every week, or every couple of days or whatever, how often I'm working, I couldn't afford that starting off. And in my perspective of thinking about things is, you think about this, right? Say you're out cutting grass, right? You're in somebody's yard cutting grass. Somebody starts driving by and notices you cutting grass and says, wow, that guy's doing a good job. Can that person see the name or the number on your shirt? No, they can't see it. They're too far away. You know what I mean? And the only person that's really going to see the name and number on your custom shirt is going to be the customer, which they already know your name and number because they hired you to cut the grass, And, a lot of people might say, well, what if you're out and about and, somebody might get your name and number from there? Okay, hypothetically, say you stop at the gas station to get you a Gatorade, right? Somebody sees you and they see your name and your number on your shirt. What's going to make you stand out among all these other guys with their name and their number on their shirt to make that person say, hey, I'm going to call that guy because he has his name and his number on his shirt? Everybody has their name and their number on a shirt. What's going to make you stand out is the word of mouth. What I've learned from my, mentors and people that I ask, the best way to get the best customers are people who are referred. Because those people who are referred, somebody's not going to refer you unless they think you're doing a good job, and you're, a good business. And the person that's getting referred to is going to say, hey, they're not going to refer this person unless they're pretty good. And most of the time, my referrals, I still have them because they trust me. Now, getting back to the shirts. Now, I'm not saying a uniform doesn't matter. Like I told you in the beginning of the video, when I go cut grass, I go wear the same thing. I don't care if I'm going out to give somebody a quote. Say I get home and the only thing I'm going out to do that day is to go give somebody a quote, and I'm not even cutting grass that day, I still put on my red hat, my red shirt, my black pants, my black boots, because I want every time somebody drive by and see me to see me with those same colors on, because they know, hey, that's a uniform. You know, that guy has on a uniform, that guy's professional. I know people tell me like, you know, oh, you dress too nice. I'm like, too nice? I just got on a red shirt and some black pants, you know. It's, oh, you just look nice because, you know, you always look, you know, uniform, they told me. And I was like, okay, thanks, you know. But yeah. So that gets me back to the signage on your vehicle, like I started to talk about in the other video. I feel that if you're going to invest money into something, it should be on the signage on your vehicle. You know, essentially, it's fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? And when some people hear that term, fake it till you make it, they think it's referred to lying, faking it. You know, you're lying about something. You're not telling the truth. But that's not the case. The case is basically like when I started off, I had a Dodge Magnum. I had a 4x6 trailer. I had an old crappy Yardman Pushmore, and I had an old crappy Murray Moore. So I didn't have anything professional about myself except my uniform and except whatever came out of my mouth. So when people called me to get estimates, I had to sound like I knew what I was talking about. And I'm not saying I lied. I'm saying that whatever I said sounded professional. I researched and I asked questions. So when people asked me questions, I had some type of answer. And if I didn't have the answer, I said in a professional manner, I will find out for you. You know what I mean? And that's what I had to do. Because once I got to the house and they saw me in my Magnum and my small trailer and my crappy lawn equipment, I had to make them feel like I knew what I was talking about, even though I didn't have the equipment, because I was just starting off. And so that's how I got my few first customers. And then to the signage. The reason why I want to go all out with my signage is because if you have a little magnet, like I said, I try not to offend nobody. And like I said, if you have a magnet, if you have small signage, like I try, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just trying to give my opinion about it. Maybe it'll give you a perspective. If you have a small signage on your car, a magnet or whatever, you know, because that's your normal everyday vehicle, then people might not be able to see it. You know what I mean? It's convenient for you because you have that magnet. You can take it off whenever you want to. But at the same time, like I said, back to the scenario where I'm in somebody's yard cutting grass, making it look fantastic, and somebody's driving by and they're looking like, wow, you know, I wonder if that guy has his own company, or if that's just, you know, Miss Jones's cousin coming over to cut their grass. You know what I mean? They don't know whether you're a company or somebody's cousin if they can't read the sign that's on your vehicle. But if you have it in big letters, bold print with your number. Even if they can't read the name of your company, you should have your number big enough for them to read it. So then they know, okay, he's not going to be advertising his company unless he's a business. And so that way, even if they don't write your number down, they're going to see your number. And then every time they drive by, they're going to see, they might see the first 3 numbers, then they might see the last 4 the second time they drive by, but they're going to see your number. And so that's why I strive to the importance of having my vehicle lettered, you know. And another thing, and it's a long video, bro. This video is long. Okay, I'm sorry for making such a long video. All right, anyway, another thing people say is, I have my old van. Why would you invest the money into putting lettering, that much money into putting lettering on that van? And my thing is, right, I didn't pay much for that van. You know, and I'm pretty sure that most people that have old vehicles with high mileage on it didn't pay much for it either. So what that means is I don't have no payment for it. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely no reason I shouldn't be saving up some money on the side in case that vehicle breaks down. And so a lot of people look at it as like, you know, I don't mind having a payment for a vehicle, a new truck or new van or whatever, because that's less chance that it'll break down. It's not true. You know, your van or whatever can break down just as easy as my van, even though my van will probably break down sooner. But I don't have a payment. All I gotta do is put gas in it, pay the property tax. You know, so if my transmission go out, put up $1,500 for it. My engine go out, put up $2,000 for it. You know what I mean? And guess what? You know, it's back to good as news, back to running. But in the time being, if you want to be successful, you got to take some risks. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. And I was in the same, asking myself the same question. Do I really want to put that much money into lettering this van, this old van with these high mileage? And then I was just like, you know, after my research and listening to other people talk, I was like, I just got to take some risks, man. I gotta get out here, because that's free advertisement. You know what I mean? If you out here paying to advertise on Facebook, paying to advertise in newspapers, paying all these other people to advertise, guess what? You can pay $500, $600, put some nice lettering on your truck, and guess what? Free advertisement. You know? And you know, it's gonna be sitting right there on the street, and like I told you about, when you go into that gas station and people say, you know, they see your name and your number on your shirt, but they don't know whether or not you can cut grass good. They don't know how professional you are. But guess what? If you are making somebody's yard look off the chain and fantastic, and guess what? Your truck or van is sitting right there on the street with big old bold letters with your number on it. You think they're gonna call? I think so. You know, and like I said, I saw somebody, I forget his name, I can't remember his name, but he said he went from 10 customers to 40 customers in 1 year. But he was doing it big, you know. If I start off with 12 this year and I get to 20, I'll be happy. So that's all I need. But like I said, this video about to be 15 minutes. I did not mean to keep all y'all's time. I hope I didn't bore y'all to death. But another edition of Tipsy Talk. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Leave some questions. Like I said, I'll talk about some other things. But I'm about to get cleaned up. The sun's about to go down, so I don't think I'm gonna have time to build this this workbench, but I got all the materials for it, so the video will be coming soon. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Yes, sir.